Here we go,
All
guys.
right.
We'll get all right. So welcome to the show, everybody. We've got a few different things, and at some point we're going to give a drone away, aren't we, Chris?
I suppose so. Yes, we will.
Everybody loves free drones, don't they?
Yeah, if it's one you want. So hopefully we have, we actually didn't talk about how we're going to decide how to give it away. We can do it like last time. But enter the drawing once we reveal what the drone is. If you're interested. If you're not, let somebody else have it. But it's always good to have drones for your friends and family, if nothing else, right?
Yeah, that's right. So so the live stream tonight is because Banggood asked us to, right? They asked us to maybe promote their 11/11 Black Friday sale. We get a lot of drones from them that we make videos and articles about, and they asked us to do this. They sent us some things that we're going to tell you about. Chris, before we get into that, what is Banggood, right? How would you explain Banggood?
Banggood. So it's spelled how it sounds. Bang, then good, which is an interesting name, of course.
It's definitely not a porn site, although it sounds like it almost should be.
Yeah, so when you're poking around on Banggood, it's a Chinese website. They do house some stuff here in the U.S., but generally your stuff's going to take a week or two, sometimes longer to get here. But you're often for sometimes, they'll give you a good idea when you're buying it, right? But if it's going to be on a boat, an airplane, or whatever. But it looks it's kind of like shopping on Amazon in some ways, but it's really focused on electronics, tools. In our world, a lot of drone stuff, a lot of hobby toy stuff. So it's a really cool place to look around for electronics and toys and gadgets. If you want to get a better deal than you might find other places.
Yeah, it is. It's basically, I tell people, it's Chinese Amazon, but it's like the opposite of Prime shipping, right? So, Prime shipping is going to be there in a day or two. It's not going to be there in a day or two, but you're going to get a better price than you would on Amazon. So that is Banggood, and there are links in the description down below. I'm not sure if they can access them. If somebody in the comments wants to let us know if you can access those while we're talking. Otherwise, I can throw some in the comments. I suppose I can do that.
Yeah, why not? I saw someone asking. There's some conversation going on there. Mavic Mini 2 versus Air 2. They're both really good drones. You can't go wrong for your first drone. I can definitely speak to the crashability of the Mini 2. We crashed it 3 times in one day, which is 3 more times than we've ever crashed DJI drone, and it did just great. So that really lightweight drone, it does make a great drone for a first timer, actually.
Yeah, that's not totally true. I crashed the Spark once.
That's true. It also did quite well.
It did survive. But yeah, we've got a ton of Mini 2 videos. Published another one today. I don't even think Chris has seen that one yet. But we got the Fly More combo, and people are wondering, is the Fly More combo worth your hard-earned cash, right? So I kind of break it down, what components there are, and what you're getting in the real value of it. So.
Yeah, we've got a ton of content out there if you want to check it out related to those 2 drones specifically. So be sure to take a look. So what else is on the agenda tonight?
So one of the things they sent us was a 3D printer, and they actually sent a 3D printer. I have 2 3D printers now. I have the Ender 3 Pro, which I've had for a while. That's kind of like the least expensive 3D printer you can get. And then they sent me the Ender 3 version 2, which is a little bit more expensive. I think that's like $240. but it works, and it works well. Chris, you've got a 3D printer too. Which one is yours?
Yeah, I've got the Prusa Mini. So Prusa is oops. I was going to try to pull up a picture for you guys. Prusa is kind of like the high end of the FDM, fused deposition modeling style 3D printer, extrusion style 3D printer. They're actually out of the Czech Republic. Really good. I think we spent around $350 for this thing. And it's been great for us. I'm able to design little parts as well. Jack, here it is. Jack's looking for this guy. I got to get this over to him because I can print in ABS, which is a stronger material than PLA, which is the most common, lower temperature. Oh, there you go, right there. Is that my latest design?
No, this is the original that didn't work. Back to the drawing board, as you can see. We didn't allow for lookup angle, so Chris, redesigned it with a little cutout there, as you can see, so that I can tilt my camera up a little bit. But
yeah, move the screws forward, little notch out there. The cool thing about 3D printers, you just get to play around. You can try a bunch of things. So I really dialed in this GoPro mount here. Got a couple different sizes for Jack to play with. And it's pretty fun to have. Get a part, try it out in just a couple hours. So it's pretty cool. So, I love the Prusa. Jack's been having really great luck with a much better deal, lower cost deal from Banggood.
Yeah. So the Ender 3 version 2. I'm gonna share my screen here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I've got it over in the corner. But I've got both of these printers. The one on the left is the Pro, and the one on the right is the version 2. And the version 2 is it's a lot more refined. It has belt tensioners. It has a different hot head. It has a little knob that kind of helps feed the filament. It's actually really quiet. The only thing you hear is the fan. So, it's superior for sure. Now the Pro, the one on the left, actually stopped working for me. I had to order a new board. So I actually ordered the board for the version 2, so it'll actually be quieter and it'll work for me. Kids love this thing too. I've been printing baby Yodas, baby Yodas for the children. They just can't get enough of that.
Jack, you said it makes no sound? You don't hear the motors going, eh?
No. So the one on the left, absolutely. But the one on the right is literally fan noise, and that is it. It's awesome. And
Wow.
I don't know how that quite works, but yeah, it's pretty fantastic. Because before I couldn't do this and print something, but I literally could have that version 2 in the back printing, and no issues with something like this.
And I know we got the links, but how much does that cost again?
$240, but I believe we've got I think it's 10 or 12% off. So it's even cheaper than that. So what's that going to put you under $220, right?
Yeah, so check out those coupon codes. If you've been looking for a 3D printer, his got a glass bed. Looks like it's a really good option at this point. Definitely tested and proven out. And you've got a video on that one as well, right?
I've got videos on both of these. The Ender Pro, which is again $180. I think it has the same 10% off code. And then the version 2. So yeah, both of those in the description below. So it's super handy to have to make drone parts and little things around the house, and baby Yodas for the kids. So,
by the way, guys, a couple things about this live stream. This is our first time using StreamYard. We're trying the free version. That's why you see the weird duck logo up there. If we end up liking this, we'll probably upgrade officially, and
we'll pony up the bill. So you don't have to, powered by Half Chrome, so it's not powered by StreamYard.
Yeah. So we're playing around today, but so far so good. No glitches. You guys seem to have no complaints in terms of the streaming quality we're getting, so that's good.
Yeah.
Should we go on to the next item?
Yeah. So something else we've gotten a couple from Banggood. Typically we talk about drones, but we've got some RC cars, some 4-wheel drive cars and trucks. And it's for a drone guy, it's actually kind of a fun little break. That thing that Chris has is a monster. So tell us about that one, Chris.
So this dude here, I mean, it is serious. What's amazing to me is I remember buying an RC truck as a kid, right? And I had no money. I think I spent like $150 on the giant charging thing, and then nickel metal hydride battery took like 6 hours to charge. The thing probably went about 10 miles an hour. This thing is, these nowadays are so much faster. It's got 4-wheel drive differential. Mine has, an axle in the back, but independent suspension in the front. These things are wild these days, what you get for your money. I mean, just like RC cars, you still can break them, of course, if you slam them into things. But I mean, under $100 now, and so much more than what they used to be when we were kids.
Yeah. So we've got videos on both of these. This one here, it's a WL Toys makes both of them. Both of them are 4-wheel drive. This thing is so fast. I think it's 40 miles an hour. Again, you can see we just released a video, but I did something with this the other day. So you can see on the back right here, that looked familiar. That's a Caddx Vista. And I put it on a drone that I actually ruined soldering. So I salvaged the Vista unit, and I hooked it up to a battery, and I drove this thing with my DJI goggles. And that was a blast. I haven't released that video. I've got a video on this car itself. But it's actually that was actually really hard to do because I don't have the fine motor control with the steering wheel on an RC car that I mean, I was going to say that I do with a drone, but let's be honest, I don't have that control with a drone either.
I mean, luckily you're a little farther from objects most of the time up in the air.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I crashed that thing a couple of times. My son, he's 11. I let him drive it, and he did crash it and break it. So I had to do some repairs on it, but a little JB Weld goes a long way. With some little steel reinforcements. So it's, it's good to go. But yeah, RC car is a lot of fun. My kids have actually been driving that little Eachine car with the FPV, or not. Yeah. Eachine and was it Emax both released that car, but my kids have been driving that around the house, chasing the dog.
Generally, I would just say Banggood is probably where I would recommend people go for RC cars, just because you're going to get so much for your money there. Yeah. And they can break. So if you spend $300 on a really nice car, you're going to be pretty disappointed.
Yeah. Dobo in the house tonight. He's the one that actually turned us on to the StreamYard. So we got to thank him for that. But yeah, what else are we talking about, Chris? What's on the agenda?
You got the Nazgul V2, which you're calling the best 5-inch FPV drone. Now, I got to give you a hard time. You throw the term best around often. Is that because these drones are getting that much better that quickly?
So yeah, actually, and it looks kind of funky because I got a green screen behind me. But yeah, this Nazgul is the best ready to go drone you can get. And I think it's like $175 or something like that, right? With the codes that Banggood sent us. But it's just really smooth and powerful motors, and you can't really even build something like this for less than $200. Now, this is an analog quad, and I actually asked for analog because I got these, and I needed something to really push these and the Orca FPV goggles. But I've been flying mostly digital recently, but in terms of like analog is still good. Like it there's something about it that I like.
You listen to vinyl too?
Well, but okay, so here's the thing, and Chris hasn't really been in the DJI goggles, so he can't really explain this, but the picture on the HD from DJI is super crisp. It's clear, it's awesome, but the latency varies, right? So you're not getting breakups, but the timing changes, right? So that's a different sort of challenge. With analog, there's no there's no difference in the latency, right? It's consistent. At least you do get a lot of breakups, right? Or some breakups depending on how far away you're flying, but you know, it's different for sure.
Basically saying the DJI latency isn't always what they claim it to be.
No, they claim that it is that, but as you get further away, the latency changes, right? It's not bad. It's not unflyable. It is just different, right? It's totally different.
Seems like if you can notice it, then it can't be up to spec.
Maybe, but like there, you know, I guess it's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, right? You're flying, you know, a lot of people on here, they fly DJI drones, and Chris, you do too. You know, every now and then you get that like little blip on your screen. It's like a blip, right? It comes and it goes, and then you're cool. But you know, you just got to kind of predict it as you fly around the tree. I know I'm going to get that blip, and then as I come back around the front, you know, it kind of matches back to what my brain feels like it should. So it's a different.
Temporary.
It's different. Whereas like if I was in analog, I'm flying behind the tree, I can just kind of see it just gets fuzzier as I go behind the tree, and as I come back, it's you know, it's legit. So
yeah. Should we talk a little bit about, you know, there's a lot of questions about Christmas and minis and, you know, what drone to buy, first drone to buy, Mini versus Mini 2. You know, the Mini 1 is the more likely to go on any kind of sale this time around, I would guess. I don't think the Air 2 is going to have a major discount. No. But they're all like really great drones at this point. And we got more upgrades out of the Mini 2 than we anticipated.
Yeah.
They all panned out for us. The AccuSync is real. We did a range test. It's, you know, kind of ridiculous. If you think about what the competition is giving you still with these big old antennas and things on their remotes, and they go like quarter of a mile. So, you know, how they do it, you know, they're the experts in long range radio transmission, high frequency radio transmission, at least at this point, it would seem. And it's just really working out really well. So the 4K video, that's cool if you're into that. But the range is pretty killer on it.
Yeah, for sure. The AccuSync is the biggest upgrade. And I don't think it's a question. It's a little bit faster, which is nice. You know, you mentioned the 4K. Some people dig 4K. I personally don't. You know, 1080 is good enough. And most people, you know, professionals for sure, right? You get the raw photos. But, you know, for most people, if you're just going to post it on social media, you know, 1080 is the way to go, I think, you know. So
it is nice to have the 2x zoom also in 1080 that's lossless, because I mean, so I did a job like a week ago, and I flew the Mavic, and this isn't Ken's favorite drone, the Mavic 2 Zoom, because for two reasons. One, I was in and around a lot of stuff, and I want to zoom in sometimes, so I don't have to fly as close. I was flying indoors actually, and I also wanted a really wide field of view, and I wanted it. And you know, I don't know if a lot of people pay attention to this, but the Zoom's field of view is in modern DJI drones actually the widest when it's in its like 24 millimeter, whatever it is. So it's a little bit wider than the other one. So I wanted to have that as wide as possible, but point being, that zoom and being able to zoom, it really does come in handy to get the shot you want. Yeah. And so if you are filming in 1080, the new Mini has that. So overall, it has more upgrades than we anticipated. Would you say, Jack, you would want to pay less at this point for the original Mini
than it currently is?
Right. You know, given is it just, what is it? What's the difference? Just 50 bucks?
$50. Yeah. So is it worth $50 less dollars, or is the Mini 2 is worth $50 more dollars for sure? You know, but I think what DJI is actually doing is they're banking on people going with the Fly More, right? So the Fly More for the Mini 2 is $600, whereas the Fly More for the original Mini is only $500, and that's a big deal. You know, I think the original Mini at $500 is actually a pretty solid deal.
Yeah. I saw some questions up there. Do I get the Fly More? It is still obvious, just because you're going to need those batteries. Oftentimes it's the only way to get them. And they are
Yeah.
kind of at the same price point. You're not getting the killer deal like Jack just pointed out that you got with the original Mini Fly More. But he's right. Nobody's going to buy just the drone. So it isn't really $50 more. It's $100 more because 90% of people are going to buy the Fly More. They should buy it. And that's fine. But still, I think the original Mini at this point is missing enough stuff that $50, it should go down another $50. And then it would be kind of like a debate.
Yes. So look at this. This is a video that came out today. What am I talking about? Oh, should you get that Fly More package? Well, I break it down, and what's in the Fly More package, the dollar value. We'll talk about, all that fun stuff. And then at the end, if you skip to the end, you're going to want to watch the end. That's all I'm going to say, right? It's a solid ending. We kind of alluded to that earlier today, but yeah, the Fly More's, is it worth the money?
Yeah.
You can't get batteries otherwise, or at least not right now.
So we had a couple other questions. Are we brothers? We're actually brother-in-laws. I'd like to take that as an opportunity to bring up an important point. Jack, I occasionally will get a comment that I look like Mark Ruffalo. I want to know what you guys think. I don't know if that's a disservice to Mark. The guy who plays the Hulk in the more recent movies. So, we were getting set up, testing this new software the other night, and I realized who Jack looks like, and I want to know if you guys also believe he looks like the now infamous Kevin Spacey, because I'm convinced at this point that he looks more like Kevin Spacey than I look like Mark Ruffalo. But so anyway, we're not brothers. I'm Mark, he's Kevin, and that's that. So I saw one other question about the Spark. At this point, the Spark is not cutting it for me.
No.
Go for the Mini. If you can get a really killer deal, $200 for the Spark, maybe. The original Mini is such an upgrade, just even in its range. Mm-hmm. Its flight time, 3-axis gimbal. It's just too long of a list. So like I said, maybe 200, maybe 250, Jack, for the Spark, if you could find that deal.
Yeah. So people agree that I do not look like Kevin Spacey, which is cool. But yeah, the Spark. Is there a better $200 drone? Like, what's the best $200 drone? It's something like this. The Bugs. Was the Bugs 20 with folding propellers, which worked for me. And then I made a video on how to do it. And then MJX wrote me and said, our engineers don't think it's a good idea. So I actually pulled that video. So if you were one of the, 1,200 people that got to see it before I did that, cool. But it's clearly better than that. But yeah, it's, I don't know. I wouldn't invest in that drone when things like the Mini exist.
I thought, he was fired from Netflix. That's why all he does is drone live streams now.
I am not Kevin Spacey, not by a long shot. So, yeah. Oh, goodness gracious. So, on the, Mini and getting deals and Spark, right? So we actually we have a bunch of drones that, we're giving one away tonight. We're actually in the process of selling a handful of the drones. Just sold the Mini, perhaps the Unique. Chris doesn't know this, but I shipped the Anafi to the wrong person today. So
what were they hoping to get this person?
He was hoping to get the Sony RXO. So I emailed him some correct shipping labels, but anyway, I will pay closer attention. And anyway, we have a handful of other drones that we are looking to unload at reasonable prices. And we'll put, descriptions, down low, right? So if you're looking for, say, a Xeno 2 or Mavic Air or something, or we still got the Phantom, don't we, Chris?
We do have a Phantom Advanced, Phantom 4 Advanced. It's a way better deal than the Pro with very minor downgrades. Not that many people know about it. Wasn't available for that long, maybe about a year or less, maybe. I don't know. Really killer deal. That's probably the best deal we're offering.
Yeah.
People
know what it is. They just don't
Yeah.
understand. It is the Phantom 4 Advanced is the same as the Phantom 4 Pro. Same exact camera, right? It's not the same as the Phantom 4. It's the same as the Phantom 4 Pro. It just doesn't have side obstacle avoidance.
Side or rear.
And it just has front.
Tiny difference in its transmission technology, but it's still the OcuSync long range. And most importantly, same control system, same camera, same gimbal. So really killer deal if you know somebody who wants a Phantom for their business. Really, like some people are just still hung up on that drone as being the thing for mapping, whatever it is. It's going to map just as well as the Phantom 4 Pro.
Yeah, solid 1-inch sensor on that drone. Also the Phantom 2 Pro, we're selling that one because both Chris and I agree that the zoom is the better of the Phantom 2 models, or sorry, Mavic 2 models.
Yeah. We do agree on that one, actually. The night photo actually behind Jack, though, if you're a photographer, that photo was taken with the 2 Pro. I threw on a hyperlapse and just had the drone sitting there snapping away while a lightning storm was over the city of Chicago. It wasn't raining where I was, obviously. And that's really where the 2 Pro shines, is the photography camera, not so much for videography. But anyway, we digress. What are we giving away tonight so we can get that kind of started, the bidding?
All right, so this is the Mew 4-1, also known, it was sold actually at Walmart for a while as the Phoenix drone, but we made a video on this. I think we were the first people that actually get one. MJX, this is made by MJX. They contacted us directly. They like us. We've done some design work for them even, and prototyping and stuff, which is cool. They're like the one company that likes us. But yeah, this is the Mew. It's kind of like if the Mavic and the Anafi had a baby, it would look like this, and
with a half broken neck that only looks one direction.
Yeah, there's a version of that happening somewhere on our website, right? So this is, it's a standard. I think this is like I think it's $168 on Banggood or something like that. But
so how do we give this thing away?
It's a fun drone to fly. All right, what do we have? We have 31 people on the live stream.
1 to 100.
What do we say? Yeah. You get one number, one between 1 and 100. Throw it in the comments, and whoever is closest, we'll ask Siri to give us a number, and whoever is closest gets the drone. But you got to be in the continental United States of America, not shipping this thing to Indonesia. Sorry if you're in Indonesia. But that's where Farah is, right? Indonesia, Chris?
Yeah. I think that's right. We have a previous contact there. We got Jimmy Dean saying, pick me. Is anybody throwing a number out at us?
Yeah.
Big B 69. Why don't you
all right, there we go.
69, Big B.
Yeah. So throw some numbers in there, and whoever's closest will get this, and I'll ship it to you, maybe.
23. MJ.
Mike Jordan.
All right, we're in the Chicago area, so we appreciate that one.
Yes, we do. Yeah, we don't appreciate the Bears. That was like they're bad and they're getting worse. It was the ugliest football game I've seen in a long time last night.
When do we close the bidding here?
What else? We got anything else to talk about?
What's coming up? We got another live stream, right?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Coming.
Yes. Good call. So we got another live stream 1 week from today. Same bat time, same bat channel, and what do we have coming? We've got supposedly, I'm waiting for, so like we said, these are from Banggood, right? So we're waiting on the Up Air 2 from Banggood, which is kind of like a Phantom, but with 3 cameras. So it does 3D video photos. And
Yes.
the Xiaomi Fimi A3, which is the small one. We've done the X8. So if they can get here on time, we will have those for the live stream. If not, then we'll just make something up. But we'll do another giveaway next week. So all right. So your first guess, if you guess put more than one number in the chat, we will disqualify your second number.
Second number.
Oh, Toxic FPV is a Lions fan. That's the worst. I mean, it's at least worse than being a Bears fan.
Yeah. Yeah, the Up Air, that's an interesting one. I looked up some videos on it. It's got the crazy cameras, and it's not obvious if that's meant to be some kind of super awesome FPV feed or if it records 3D video. I mean, we'll find out, honestly. I mean, the drone looks like a Phantom 2, but with 3 eyeballs. So we'll see.
Yes, like it's the 3-eyed raven of drones.
I mean, I've seen some 3D drone videos on YouTube. There actually are 3D videos. You have to have like red, blue glasses to use them, but they're all like post-processed. Like they just have some editing software that the software tries to figure out what's closer, what's farther away, and just makes it look 3D-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Should we ask Siri now? You want to do it this time?
All right. I don't know where my phone is.
I can ask Siri.
Hold on. I can ask Siri. I found it. It's under the Nazgul.
1 and 100.
Hey Siri, I need a number between 1 and 100.
A random number between 1 and 100 is 11.
11.
11. Once, if you will.
I think I saw an 11.
Did we get an 11?
Does anybody want to claim 11?
11.
Yeah,
Jeremy Morano. All right, so good for you, Jeremy. On the money, let's do this.
Jeremy, confirm you are in the continental United States or even extended, perhaps.
Yeah. So, Jeremy, throw in the comments. Throw your. Do we want him to throw his? Just say that you're here.
He said, "Sweet."
We need some sort of confirmation, right?
He commented, "Sweet."
All right, sweet. So, Jeremy, give us the first couple of digits or characters to your email address. So I want you to email us at drones@halfchrome.com. And that way we can verify it's you and not someone pretending to be you. Not that there'd be creeps like that on our live stream, because I don't think that would happen. But Jeremy, send us an email here. And if you could just throw something so we can verify you, that'll just make it better.
Yeah, give us a clue here, then shoot us an email, and we'll get you that Mew as soon as possible. And Jack, it was we don't give away all of our low-cost trial drones, but this one's pretty solid, right? It's not gonna fly away, and for us at least, it didn't show any major issues. It was reliable. It's not gonna chop somebody's head off.
Yeah, no, this one was fun to fly, if I remember correctly. The camera leaves a little bit to be desired because there's no stabilization. But it's a good thing to, it's a fun toy. And Jeremy, if you happen to have a drone, give it to someone as a Christmas gift. It's gonna make somebody's day if you already got something. But it's a good little beginner drone for sure. It's funny. I went back and looked at the video of this drone, and again, Chris said, Jack, you throw that word best out there. This was one of the better drones that we flew at that price point. So like the $200 drone has just gotten so much better in the last 6 months, like year. It was the Beast, and it was the Beast Pro, then it was the Bugs 20, then it was the Bugs 12. Like they just keep getting better. So that's, that's good for everybody.
The low cost drones. Yeah. I mean, there still isn't competition for DJI in the hundreds of dollars range. And that's why we still see so much withheld in the mini drones, for example, and even from the Air 2. What I mean by withheld is features that could be there, but it's just withheld in the software. But, these guys slowly creeping up from the bottom end, and drones that you can get on Amazon and Banggood. So hopefully they keep making progress. The players are dropping out left and right. We haven't seen a new drone from Unique. The Anafi dropped out, so Parrot's gotten out of the sub $1,000 market. The new Evo is over $1,000. So, I mean, you got Skydio up there, and DJI.
Ooh, on the Skydio note, Chris. So I got an email from my boss. We've got a Skydio en route to my job, which is cool. So, I'm actually a teacher. So that sounds like a weird thing, but I'm teaching a drones class starting in December, and we wanted something that the students couldn't crash, and the Skydio is one of those. So I'll get my hands on that and get to play with it firsthand for the kids, right? We got to test it, make sure it's good for the kids.
Yeah, so we were on the list for the Skydio, but we were a little late, and we were going to get it so late, and it isn't a drone flyer's drone, pretty obviously, unless they've had some serious software upgrades over the last year or so. It's a very different kind of product, and it's the best at what it does. So, but it'll be really fun to try it out.
Yeah. So, Jeremy, we're still waiting on you. I just checked my email to see if you had emailed us, but you have not. So,
and give us a little hint in here too to confirm.
Right. So, like, is it like jm@124@gmail.com or whatever, so that we know that it's you and not Game of Drones trying to steal your prize.
Yes. So
fix the problems with it flying over water. Are they talking about, was it the Anafi that was having issues, or the Skydio over water?
Every DJI drone I have flown over water, if this is what you mean, slowly starts to creepily and frighteningly descend closer to the water. Is that what you're getting at, me drone? I've seen that. I haven't seen it every time I've flown over water, but definitely pretty consistently. We haven't. I mean, Jack, you've probably flown the Mini 2 over your back pond there.
Yes, I fly everything over over water. He's talking about the Skydio, unknown, right? So we don't have the Skydio. We haven't had a Skydio yet. I will get to play with one as part of my job, which is horrible. But for the time being, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not going to bring it home and fly it over my pond because it's not my drone. But we'll see. All right, so we do have some confirmation from Jeremy, which is cool. So we'll get that drone out to you probably later this week sometime. If you didn't hear, we do have another one of these coming up next Thursday. So we will be we'll be doing another one of these. We'll have some exclusive discounts for some of the things that we talk about, like we did today. Everything we talked about today, or not everything, but most of the things that we featured today on the live stream, we have discounts from Banggood. So check the description there if you're looking for deals. And there's also links to kind of their sale overall, right? So they've got everything from, like Chris said, electronics to clothing. And, if you're looking for a sale and you don't care if it gets here tomorrow, Banggood is a good place to shop.
Yep, it is. It's worked out great for us. We've gotten some cool stuff. We bought stuff from there. We don't just get free stuff.
Yes, we do. We have spent a few hundred/thousands of dollars at Banggood over time.
Yeah.
Quick question about the Holy Stone HS720E. I'm almost we don't have that drone, but I'm almost 100% positive that that is actually made by MJX. It's basically the same as the Bugs 12 or the Bugs 20. So if you've seen, we've got videos on both of those. So if you want to see how it is, it's the same, right? It may look a little bit different. It may have some different branding, but the camera, the internals, the motors, that's all MJX stuff. So
Oh, yeah, I see it there. It definitely looks familiar, and yes, the electronic stabilization is working pretty well on the MJX product. Holy Stone is a company that just rebrands several different manufacturers drones in the $50 or in the $10 to $300 price range.
yeah,
They clearly game, in my opinion. I have no facts here other than what's pretty obvious. They game their Amazon ratings. They seem to be real experts at that. How exactly they do that, I don't know. But you cannot find a drone from them that is not 4.5 stars or better. And we have flown some of their drones that did not warrant that. So we know there's something fishy there. But that being said, that drone is pretty good. I see it on Amazon for $300. Do not pay that. Do not buy that drone at that price. If you can get it for $150, you can be happy. Do not pay $305.
Yeah, the Bugs 20 and the Bugs 12, I forget which, but we've got coupon codes on our YouTube videos for both one or if not both of those drones from Banggood, and I think they're both less than $200 to start. So, there's that. But yeah, should we wrap it up here, Chris?
We should. Last comment. Some people are asking us about what's going to get discounted. We don't know what DJI might discount this holiday season. I personally doubt their latest products. Again, if they had competition on the Air 2 or the Mini 2, it would be a different story. But they don't right now. They just don't, unfortunately. And that means I don't think we're going to see discounts. If we're lucky, we'll see an original Mini discount, depending on how badly they're trying to get rid of those. But that's probably all I'd anticipate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm with Chris. I don't see big discounts on the things you want discounts coming your way.
Yeah.
Maybe getting rid of some Mavic Mini original stock. Some
Osmo Pocket 1.
Osmo Pocket 1 stock, maybe some Mavic 2 drones that they still have in stock, but yeah, none of that new stuff.
I'd say it's long overdue for a discount on a Mavic 2 Pro or Zoom. I mean, those things haven't budged. I mean, are they still more than they originally were issued for?
That's a good question.
I mean, they're right up there, and they aren't moving, which means people are buying them. And again, they're not too intimidated by the competition from, I guess in this case, it'd be Autel.
Yeah, the Autels are nice, but yeah, it's still, what is the Evo? The 8K has the same sensor as the Air 2, and they're like, $500 different. So, that's a hard pill to swallow, right? We do have an Evo 1, right? That was a lot of fun to fly. I think that's on our list of drones for sale.
Yes, the Evo 1 is a good drone, really nice camera.
Good 4K.
Yep, great 4K.
If people like 4K. I don't, but people do.
It is good. They often are a little like a half a step ahead of DJI on like bit rate and 4K speeds and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. If you want to be different and have an orange drone, we've got one for sale. It is a good drone.
Yeah. So I'll just throw that up there real quick if people want to see what do we have left. Mavic 2 Pro, Phantom 4 Evo, the Swell Pro, the waterproof drone. Forgot about that thing.
Another orange drone.
Yes, that is another orange drone. That was fun, Chris. If you haven't seen that video, Chris is bouncing it off the waves in Lake Michigan. The Mavic Air Flymore. I think it's a Flymore combo, isn't it? We got a bunch of batteries. I think it's not the original Flymore bag. I think we upgraded the bag anyway. That's currently being flown by my father on his
Yeah.
farm.
Yeah.
So he's going to be sad to part with it, but we've got something else for him. Xeno 2, a couple of bugs, the Beast Pro. Oh, we actually sold this Sony camera, or we're giving it to your father-in-law.
Yes, my stepdad.
Stepdad, my bad. Stepdad.
It's weird to
Your
get a
father-in-law.
stepdad when you're in your 20s.
Yes.
Or no, 30. I was in my 30s. Yeah.
You're 40.
I'm 40 now.
I'm a man. I'm 40. It's one of my favorite YouTube videos. I think I sent it to you on your birthday, didn't I?
I think so.
You probably didn't get it because you're not a college sports guy.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it as much as you.
Epic. It was epic. I enjoyed sending it. All right. I think that's going to do it for the night. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Check us out next week, and we'll talk some more drones. Right?
Thanks, guys.
All right. Peace out.